What's up guys, Cassie here. Today I'm going to show you 2 different looks that you can rock at any festival this season. I'm going to start off with the shade Max, and I'm just going to start off with applying that right into my crease. So I'm going to take a little bit more of a smaller blending brush, and I'm just going to dip that into the shade Nox, and then apply it right on the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm taking it in this shade here, which is called Kai. We're gonna take that over that darker shade, and then I'm using it to really just buff out the edge. That way it blends seamlessly into the transition. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of ring light from my favorite palette ever, James Charles x Morphe, right on the highest point of my brow bone. Now for the fun part, I just want to carve out my crease, and I'm actually going to take the white concealer and put it on my palette and coat it all over the tip of my brush and slowly just pull it towards the center of my eye. So I like where this is going. I'm just going to take the M124 brush, and I'm actually just pulling whatever is on there and blending it into the eyeshadow in my outer corner. I want to keep the part where I carved out pretty light, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this white shadow and set over it. I don't really want it to be white, I just want it to be more of like a soft ivory. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'm kind of just moving over towards the center of my eye. That way it blends into that brown. Okay, so I think that's it for this side of the eye. That was actually a lot easier than I thought. I'm going to go ahead and finish this side off camera, and I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna go in and tightline, which means filling the liner on the waterline. All right, to smoke out my bottom lash line, I'm gonna go back into Nox with the Jaclyn Hill 39 brush. I'm just gonna apply it right underneath the eye and then smudge it all the way across. Now to blend that out and make it a little more diffuse, I'm gonna go back in with the JH34 brush, which is that tapered blending brush, and just buff on the outer edge of that darker shade, just to really diffuse it. Just to finish off the lower lash line, I'm gonna add a very generous amount of black eyeliner, and this is one of my favorites because it just glides on, and I like to smudge it out before it dries. I'm gonna throw some mascara on, pop on my lashes, and I'll be right back. So this is what the shade looks like, and that actually looks really close. So I'm just gonna take the JH08 and swatch this on my cheek. Mind you, a little bit goes a long way, so I'm gonna start off with that and then blend it out. I like using a full coverage, but kind of shearing it out, especially for outdoors, like festival season. This one is a 24-hour wear. It's sweat proof, it's water resistant. Honestly, I'm gonna be way too busy to be looking in the mirror that day. I went ahead and set my foundation with a translucent powder. Now I'm gonna highlight and contour with the 8L palette. My face is really fair right now because it's just one color. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some shadows back in. I like starting off with a lighter bronzer and then slowly deepen it as I go along. Because I have so much going on the eyes, I don't wanna put too much color on my cheeks, but I'm just gonna dip a little bit of Sweet and Unapologetic and just lightly dust that over the apples of my cheeks. Okay, so that's pretty much it for all of the dry products. I'm just gonna use a little bit of setting spray. I like going ham with my highlight, so I'm gonna go in with Supernova first, put that on the top of my cheekbones. And just in case you thought that was it, it's not. We're gonna go back in with Stardust this time. This is like the icing on the cake. I'm gonna just dip into Lit and set that over the last two. So I'm gonna do a couple little dots, and because I want them super precise, I'm just gonna dip the tip of the brush. Let's do it in the inner corner. I really like how the dots came out. I'm just gonna add a little bit of glitter underneath my eyes for a glitter tear effect. And to make that stick or adhere under my eyes, I just like to take a little bit of setting spray. I'm just gonna take a blending brush. This is the JH35 and dip it into my glitter. All right, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. This is more for my neutral babes that don't really want to venture too far out with color, but it is a little more dramatic, so it's the perfect look for any festival. But if you're a little more bold and like color like me, stay tuned because I'll be showing you that one next. All right, guys, let's get into some color. This is gonna be probably my personal favorite look just because I love me some crazy eyeshadow. I don't honestly know exactly what I'm gonna do, so we're gonna figure it out together. All right, so as always, I'm just gonna start off with my transition, and I'm dipping my JH30 in the shade Hendrix, and I'm gonna apply this right into my crease. I think I wanna dip into this shade right here, which is called Fired Up, and I'm using the JH32 brush. And for this one, I really wanna pull it out a little. So I'm going to bounce back between the big fluffy brush and then this tapered one. And I'm dipping my M224 brush in that concealer, and I'm just gonna carve from the inner part of my eye and pull it right towards the center. All right, for my outer corner, I'm gonna take this black shadow here, which is called Black Magic. I'm gonna apply this all on my outer corner here. The trick to getting a really intense smoky eye is to pack on your shadow with a flat shader brush first and then blend it out. And then I'm going back in with the shade Fired Up, which was that first orange shade, and using that to layer over the brown. For my brow highlight, I just want to go in with something very light and shimmery. So I'm taking Ring Light from the James Charles X Morphe palette, which is one of my personal faves. All right, for my lid, I'm gonna go in to the shade right here, which is called Stroke of Luck. So I'm gonna need all the luck I can get right now for this. And then to blend out the center where the two meet, I'm just gonna dip into probably both of these, honestly. And I'm gonna use it right here just to blend her out. For my inner corner, I wanted to do a little pop of shimmer, so I'm gonna dip my brush into this shade called Pop Star. All right, so I think I'm actually ready to smoke out my bottom lash line. So I'm going to dip into Daredevil, and then this one is called Grape Expectations. I'm just gonna take my black eyeliner and tightline in the waterline while also smoking out the bottom. All right, you guys, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what looks you rock this festival season. Don't forget to tag us, #MorpheBabe. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.